proper burial.
Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, we are live. Steven's going to be right back. But for now, we're just hanging out. We're having some fun. Oh boy. Danny, Nick, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you guys.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Welcome.
It's nice to be alive.
Welcome to the Flying Bison Podcast. This week also, you guys aren't playing. You're just going to be audience members.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We're about to be very annoying audience members.
live audience members. That would be something. Welcome to another week of the Flying Bison Podcast. I don't know about where the rest of you are living. I know for me that spring is in the air. There are people in love. The sun is shining. The flowers are blooming. I unfortunately can't see any of it because my eyes are so GD itchy from all of the pollen that my eyes are just closed 75% of the way for 3 months straight here in Chicago in the Midwest. And I hate it. I hate spring with a passion. It is the worst. Just rubbing my eyes for 3 months straight.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's my own body's fault. I need a new body.
Oh, is that cool guy Steve?
I don't know. Who is
With
that?
The Aviators? Oh
That's
my
Stevie Wonder.
Oh gosh. I mean,
Steven?
sunglasses can
Mr.
do a lot,
Wonder?
but they can't do that much. I need to tell you.
Steven Wonderful.
Stevie Wonderful.
I will accept that alternate name. That's fine.
Stevie Wonderful.
Stephen Wonderful. I don't know. I just thought it was appropriate because you were talking about the weather change, and I was like, well, I was wearing these today.
But you're inside, Steve.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
It's
makes it
awfully
even
bright
cooler.
here, though. You have no idea.
In your
I
darkened
see-
room.
I can see your room.
Nope.
It's really dark.
No, the camera is adjusting everything to accommodate your weak human form.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that for a second, and I said it. Anyway.
I miss Monroe is the luckiest person here because she lives in a place where it's like one season for 90% of the year.
For eternity.
And I miss that. I miss that.
But how does Monroe feel about that?
That's true. I don't know how Monroe feels about it.
Well, I have allergies too, so I'm not exactly living the life here.
Oh.
There's Santa Ana winds, so that carries pollen.
It does carry. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true. At least it's just spring for me. Right? Like it's like spring and then summer, winter, fall. I'm okay. It's the spring.
Ooh, I have an ignoramus question about weather and living in
Okay.
Southern California. So the desert's nearby. I imagine sometimes the winds carry a bunch of like fine sand into the city and stuff. Does this happen significantly? Because in Spain, not often, but maybe every 10 years, a massive amount of dust gets picked up from the Sahara, carried over to Spain. And like, there's just like a haze everywhere. And there's like warnings
Wow.
against going outside because it messes
Yeah.
with your lungs and it
Oh, yeah, no.
destroys car engines.
I can feel this. There's no
Yeah.
dust from the Sahara in California, Steve.
No, I'm asking about the parallel, like Death Valley. Does this ever happen? Do you have like sand or dust that gets kind of brought out into the city and mess with stuff?
Like switching signs on bathrooms and
Yeah, overturning a bench, tipping over a trash
Yeah.
can. It's the stuff that sandstorms do. Heckling old people.
I don't remember anything like that.
Ro,
Around you.
you're muted.
What was that? Do I remember? Do I
Sandstorms
have any-
destroying Southern California ever? No?
Yeah, no, we don't
Huh.
have that here.
Not really.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah,
Moving on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Steve?
Here,
That's it. I'm going to put the
Virginia.
glasses back on.
You
Ooh,
can't hide from
that's
your
better.
stupidity, Steve.
Much better. Much better.
here in Virginia, spring lasts like a week and then it's summer. Like winter is pretty short,
Jealous.
and I wouldn't really
Yeah.
call it winter. And it's like, it was like temperate for a week in February is when spring happened, and then now it's like 80 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how it kind of works here, except we have a really long winter,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like a week or two, but they aren't 2 weeks in a row. It's
Mm-mm,
1 week
yeah.
in like maybe March, early April, which we just had.
Yeah.
And then
Gets
maybe
cold
at the
again,
end of
yeah.
April.
Yep.
And then, yeah, then it's just really hot. And that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say we have fake spring, which is this week, and then winter again, and then spring.
That's why I don't miss the north.
It's
King of the
it's
North.
something. It's something. I'll tell you that much. Well, so if my eyes are closed, much like Stephen Wonderful, it's not because I'm not paying attention to you or I'm tired. I am tired, but it's because I'm just trying to provide some sweet, sweet relief to my eyeballs. So if my eyes are closed, just keep talking, just keep going. I promise I'm listening. How about a little recap?
That'd be great.
That'd be great because we had 2 people missing last week. Did you guys do your homework and listen to the episode?
Of
Yeah, launchers.
I listened to it
glistened.
at 2 times speed. You guys are, it's really funny. To listen to.
It was the most comedic episode we produced yet.
We should do the Chipmunk episode. Last week on the Flying Bison podcast, the crew fought off an ambush of pirates sent by Hulik. But Osa, Liko, and Ren discovered that in the fight, the launchers were captured. Tensions rose between Liko and Osa, and eventually the party split, both finding their way to where Hulik resides. Liko held off some pirates so that Osa and Red could get inside, only for them to disguise themselves as pirates in order to present a tribute in front of Hulik. When Ren got in front of Hulik, he surprised him with some powder, poison powder, took out the pirate lord. Ren became the new pirate lord and stirred up the pirates to meet the Fire Nation head on.
Did you realize you were referencing pocket sand? Is that an intentional thing? Or
I did not know. Is that a thing?
that's a Steve question. That's a pocket sand. Guys, do you guys not know? No one watched King of the Hill?
Not enough, apparently.
Sorry. Never mind.
Remember the guy who talks like this?
That's the guy with the pocket sand.
Oh,
For sure.
really? I mean,
But we did not end there. We end it with Ren waking up from a dream, hearing his name being whispered, only to find Eiron himself, mayor of, I forget, Udao?
no, it was.
Pretty sure it's Udao.
Wanya.
Wanya, mayor of Wanya village.
Just a little while ago.
A
A little
bit.
while ago,
Like a year and a half.
year and a half. He's been ahead of you every step of the way. And he is finally here in front of you, Ren.
I am a
And
real
we-
human.
And we left with him saying, I am a real human.
We didn't.
We needed Danny to pass a
What?
captcha. Don't worry.
What
about
a
Oh, yeah, it's
cliffhanger.
the whole thing.
To prove that he's not a robot,
It's the whole thing.
Danny had to say that phrase. Now we can begin.
Now we can begin. We left. Eiron said, I'm sure you've got some questions for me. And we'll pick it up right at that moment.
You better have some answers.
I'll tell you what I can. Please. Ask away.
How am I supposed to help Osa? What could I possibly do?
Ren, you have always had a special connection with Osa. I saw it in Wanya. I saw it in the Foggy Swamp.
Ren shifts uncomfortably, but tries to maintain his gaze.
I think you are the only one who will do what needs to be done to keep Osa around. Am I incorrect in that assumption? Do you want Osa to leave?
Obviously not, but none of us do. Just tell me what it is. What do you need?
Well, we need Osa here. If you can convince him to come of his own will, so be it. Otherwise, I know you're good with that poison stuff. Perhaps you've got something that could bring him here.
Here now? Ren
Doesn't
looks
have to be
around,
now.
gesturing. You know,
No,
there aren't not far away. There are sleeping bodies and things like that.
Yeah, there's just sleeping pirates everywhere. No, that would be foolish. No, we should do it in a secluded place. If we wanted to do it tonight, we could do it back in Wolf Cove. I have a spot there.
Do what?
Otherwise,
what are you going to do to him?
nothing that will harm him, I promise you. Your friend has an unfortunate tether to the spirit of rebirth.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I assume you've also seen the tattoos on his body. What do you make of those?
I'm pretty sure it's your doing. Aren't you the one who ruined the other spirits? Corrupted Wan Shi Tong?
I am. And I have had a falling out with Kavo. Don't quite see eye to eye, but I should have expected that from someone whose entire being revolves around corruption.
So, he's not here.
No, he's not here. He's on an island.
That was my fault.
I had a feeling.
So
As
you need
Kavo
me to
can-
get Osa somewhere. And then?
As I told you the other night, with this ritual, I can also unbind Osa from his connection to Kavo, to Huashu. Now, just so you understand the stakes of what's happening here, let me run through some scenarios with you. Can I do that?
I'm listening.
Let's say you do nothing. Let's say you stare me in the face right now and you say, "Go to the spirit world, Eiron. Get out of here." In your right to do that? From what I have experienced and felt, your friend is in danger of leaving the material world forever and being joined in form with Huashu, who, I should remind you, is currently being corrupted by the spirit of corruption. What do you think will happen to your friend when he becomes part of a spirit that is fully corrupted?
You made your point. What are the other scenarios?
Now, let's say you help. let's say we find a way to unbind Osa's tether to Hawashu. Well, we've cut the source right at its head. Your friend will remain here in the mortal world. And Hawashu will not be able to corrupt him further.
Is that it? What do you get out of this?
I'm trying to decide if this is a move. We're broaching on an assess the situation, I think, if you kind of tell me a little bit more if you want to do that. Otherwise, I'll just keep talking.
I'd say stick with the dialogue.
Okay. Well, for one, I get to take a piece of revenge against Kavo. He betrayed me. He has some problem with Hawashu. I don't know. They had a feud for decades. So it will do me pleasure to stop Kavo in that regard.
That seems petty. You haven't been after revenge against Kavo. You were working with Kavo. What did you want?
Has your friend has also told you? He's been talking to me.
Maybe.
Well, then you know that I just want to give power to those who deserve it and to take it away from those who don't. And I had thought that Kavo could help with that. But unfortunately, he's proved too unstable for any sort of grand plans.
So you're going to be the one who does this, dishes out all the power, takes power away. How? You've been going all over the Four Nations for these ritual requirements. What happens when you're done? How could you have the power to remake the world?
Ren, what do you know of the Avatar?
Stories, probably what everyone else knows. I know they're not here. Or maybe they're hiding. But I don't see why they would be.
The Avatar has always had the power to bring justice where justice is needed. And every single one of them has failed to do so. Yes, they stop earthquakes. They prevent corrupt politicians from harming a few civilians. But where is the real change, Ren? What about the people that work in the shadows? The ones who control every movement with their fingers. The ones who think that because they're unseen, their will is permanent. What about them?
Something
Who will bring
shifts
them
in
to
Ren in his
justice?
countenance, and he's listening. It's like clear that he's more attentive.
Who will bring them to justice, Ren?
So
Who
you're
do they
going to
answer to?
no one. They've always been running everything. So you're going to
Doesn't
do what
that-
the Avatar couldn't?
I will be able to bring everyone that works in the dark to the light.
Fine. You're clearly being cryptic, so you can keep your secrets. I'll get Osa. Just don't hurt him. Like you said.
I promise no harm will come to him.
And after that, I need you to promise that you'll leave us alone. Liko included. I don't know what you've wanted with her all this time. But I think it was you who was sending her letters, torturing her. You need to stop.
Do you want to intimidate? Does that
Yeah.
feel like an intimidate to you?
Yeah, I mean, even your hesitation is making me mad, so yeah. All right, let's roll. With passion. 8.
Okay. So you can pick. All right, I pick one.
Yep.
Fine. I will no longer antagonize your friend, Liko. What she decides to do, that's of her own volition. And mark my words, Ren, she will come to me before this is over.
Ren's fuming, but says nothing more.
Would you like to do this tonight?
May as well get it over with. I don't think he'll come willingly. So I'm going to have to use the last of this. Ren looks down soulfully at the remaining powder in his hand.
Eiron takes out a piece of paper, scribbles an address in Wolf Cove, and hands it to you. I'll be here.
Okay. I won't be long. So, Justin, what does one roll to try to sedate and drag another PC?
Well, I mean, let's figure this out. We're starting to maybe push into a little PvP, and I'm not a huge fan of that. So Osa, at any time, please stop,
Yeah.
and we can make sure you're comfortable with all this as well too.
You got to have some agency, you know. You
You should have some
Yeah.
agency.
No, I did have one thing I wanted to do,
Okay,
Mhm.
which is something I was planning on doing. I'm not doing this in
I understand. I understand.
Ren. It's something I was already planning on.
You're just gonna murder
I-
him,
Yes.
cold blood.
I am going to mark one of my destiny track, and I want to have one of my otherworldly visions.
Okay.
Little sleepy time vision.
Osa, first off, I want to ask, how many more on your destiny track do you have?
Uno.
All right. Okay. Ask your question.
How can I free Hawashu?
How can you free Hawashu? Well, this is fun. You have a vision. You are on top of a mountain. You see Hawashu, the spirit of rebirth and reincarnation, trapped in this almost electrified black purple ichor cage. It is slowly closing on Hawashu's form. You can hear the spirit crying out in pain. Standing with his back turned to you is someone you know, even though you may have never seen their form outside of Ketsune. You see what must be Kavo. Their almost hoofed hands are outstretched as this cage continues to collapse in on itself as the screams intensify. And then Kavo stops and turns around as they hear something. You see Eiron walk up. You see them conversing, not in aggression or anger, but they are not jovially, but like they're talking friendly with each other, as though they're making plans together. And then Eiron disappears, and you now realize that he was projecting into the spirit world. And you see him in Wolf Cove. You're now in a dark room underneath the ice and snow. There is a circle on the ground, and at each of the cardinal directions, there is a bowl. There is one of the bowls has a lit fire in it. Another has just some dirt packed into it. Another is just full of water, and another is empty. And you know that to free Hawashu, you have to stop both Kavo and Eiron. I'm trying to put this in terms that because Osa wouldn't know that Eiron has said he's not working with Kavo, but I'll just tell you from maybe even the meta perspective, Kavo and Eiron are working together still. Is that enough? You want more? You want like a specific thing to do?
No, I think that's enough.
Okay.
I opened my eyes. Like I was sitting, I was meditating, I was pursuing this vision intentionally. And if I remember correctly, Ren told Osa what he did with kind of sicking Kavo on his family, right? And I'm sorry, I don't remember now. Did that vision show Eiron in Wolf Cove?
It did not.
It did.
No.
The one you just saw?
Yes, the one I just showed you. Yes.
So I know Eiron's here.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying to decide who I think is easier to go after right now. Yeah, I think I will sit on that.
Okay. Ren, what do you do?
I sneak over to where Osa is sleeping.
And Johnny, just to be clear, was this earlier or are you now awake?
This is right now.
Okay. So Ren, when you walk in, Osa's kind of sitting up.
Does not really sleep anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Ren is tiptoeing over to Osa's form in the dark.
Yeah.
And has just the amount of powder that he is sure would render him essentially asleep, if not just out of it enough to be transportable.
I do
Osa,
love...
yeah?
I again, Johnny, stop me at any time. I think it's a rely on your skills and training.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we could do like a contested, because I think if Osa is awake, which he is, and a shadowy figure is slowly approaching him, he's not just going to be like, come closer, shadowy figure. But
Sure.
I think maybe
Well,
we see.
I mean,
If you could make out that it's Ren's form in the dark,
Yeah,
then
would
that's
that
the one thing you
change?
can choose to respond to. But if not, then we can.
I'm fine with you like noticing that and turning around to see Ren like moving towards you.
Are we all in the same room? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure. We can all be in the same room.
Yeah, a relatively large room. Sort of a cavern, I think.
So I'm assuming that this is a room that is dark enough for us to sleep. Especially if we're all sharing a room, it's dark enough for us all to sleep.
Mhm.
I'm not presuming that I can like, oh, that's 100% Ren based on this.
Sure.
And so I think I immediately move up into like a fighting stance and call up a gust of wind and try to force the figure like up into the air. And
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not going to make you roll. I kind of like that. I like that you turn around and see Ren and you just instinctively like toss Ren up into the air a little bit.
It's me. It's just me.
Why are you sneaking?
I was sneaking over to you.
Why?
Can you put me down?
Yeah. I like gently lower you.
Ren steps towards you and asks, Osa, I don't want to wake the others for this. I think it would pose too much danger to them, and I'm sure you'd agree. But if I told you that I knew that Eiron was nearby here, would you?
Guys, wake up. I knew it. I knew. I had a vision. I knew he was here. Everybody wake up. Eiron
Ren
is
throws the
Wolf Cove.
dust at his face.
Oh, man.
Jay is awake.
Like, catch it.
Just to be clear, he was already awake. He was watching this entire exchange.
He's just sitting there practicing Uno in the dark.
No, he's really pissed off. He's very angry right now. and was not sleeping.
Rose looks like starting to wake up. What's going on?
All right. Let's how about this, Johnny? Alyssa can wake everybody up, but I think the powder gets blown into you like as you're shouting.
Liko stays asleep.
Liko stays
Yeah,
asleep.
she's
Fuck that guy.
wounded, remember?
Not waking up.
Oh yeah, I know. You got to heal up.
Very injured.
Yes. Justin, what does the powder
Yeah.
do to Osa?
I mean, I think you. I mean, I think you laid it out. I think he's shouting, and you blow this into his face, throw it into his face, and Osa. There's probably just this moment of like confusion that comes over you.
How fast acting is this stuff?
You tell me, Steve.
We've generally played it that it's like a pretty quick time. I'd give you 5 seconds, kind of dazed vision, feeling faint, and then
Long enough to
You
say something?
yeah, you could say something.
Sure,
I would
absolutely.
love for you to slightly
I think
mumble the end of it.
I think that then as that goes into Osa's face, like there's just like you see a look of surprise if you could see it at
Mhm.
all, and then just, but I loved you.
Ren
At this,
dashes
Rose, like-
forward to catch Osa before he collapses.
Rose like stands up and goes, Ren, that's a really messed up prank to pull.
Well, we don't know what happened, right?
It's pretty dark.
It's dark.
Oh, we can't
Yeah.
see anything?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not a ton,
All right. So Rose likes to sort of sitting up, just like.
but you did hear what
And
Osa
then-
said.
So Rose will
Uh,
definitely light up a fire in his hand then.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, well, now Osa is unconscious in Ren's arms.
Yep. I've got like one arm over me, and I'm kind of like trying to keep him steady. And
Hey, Ren.
What's going on here, bud?
Yeah, what's the plan?
you both should rest, and you should protect Liko from these pirates.
You're
I
the
need to
Pirate
do
King.
something.
You aren't gonna leave with Osa like that. I'm sorry.
Then you
Here's
need to
a
help me.
Eiron?
Help you do what?
Help me sever Osa's connection from the dark spirit. Or corrupted spirit, whatever. It's the same to me at this point. The stuff that's slowly taking over his body and is going to end him.
He said that it wasn't going to.
I don't believe that. I mean, I don't believe that he's right.
Okay. So you think you know better about this stuff than him? That's fine. But I mean, you're trying to choose this for him.
Yes.
You know that you're not doing this for him then, right?
Would you have stopped him from jumping off of the cliff?
Yes.
I'm making the same choice for him now. You know that Osa's been willing, far too willing to die the whole time that we've known him. Even coming back to life didn't change that. Even coming to love us didn't change that. He's never held back. And it's only gotten worse now that he has this connection to Hoashu, possibly to Kavo.
Chase stands up. This is nothing like that. Because Osa has promised us that it's not even about whether or not he'll be able to live with us and go off into the sunset. This is just like what he wants.
He wants to fulfill his destiny, which he believes complete his union with Hoashu, who is being
Right.
corrupted by Kavo.
Then,
spirit
then we'll
of
destroy
corruption.
Kavo.
How
Yeah,
do you destroy Kavo?
I don't know.
I don't
But we
think
have a
anyone
binding
knows,
ritual.
Che. We don't even have
can-
anyone in the world who can destroy Kavo.
We have a binding ritual. And if you have some way to sever his connection to Hawashu, how do we not have a way to sever his connection to Kavo?
I don't know how to split those two, Che. If we separate him from Hawashu, we separate him from Kavo. I don't pretend to know how to do this ritual or just get rid of Kavo, but keep Hawashu, or even if that would be good for Osa.
And do
But
you
I
think it
know
would be
that
good
if we
for the
sever
world,
him
for the
from the
spirit of rebirth to be taken over by the spirit of corruption?
Osa's not stopping that. He's just experiencing the manifestations of it in his
Osa
body.
believes that he can, and I believe in him. And that's what this comes down to. You don't believe in him.
What is Osa's
Because
plan? I believe in
his
Osa as
plan
much
is
as
to-
anyone, Che. But that's
Really?
different
Why
Then
is he unconscious
accepting-
then?
because he doesn't have a real way out.
He doesn't want a way out. He wants to join with Hawashu, and that's his choice. And it's not some self-sacrificing vendetta like the last time. It's completely different.
I don't see this ending with Osa being with us. Do you?
That's not the same thing as throwing his life away. He's going for a purpose, for something that he wants. If you really cared about him, you'd let him do that. You'd support him in doing that.
I love him.
Then why are you doing this for you?
I'm not.
You are.
I want Osa alive, and the only way to guarantee that is to cut this off. Are you going to stop me, or are you going to help me?
I will not let you do this without consulting him.
I already
Right.
know his answer.
Ren, how did you find this supposed way of cutting his ties with the spirit?
Eiron came and spoke to me tonight. And he spoke to me recently, I don't know how, from afar.
Probably the same way Osa does it. But he's here tonight.
He's nearby in a cave in Wolf Cove.
We just wake up Liko and collapse it on him. He can't bend this ice any more than I can.
Che, Liko won't be able to move very soon. She is not okay.
Fine, we'll find some pirates that can bend water. You're the Pirate King. It's one dude. It's one earthbender in the South Pole. I've been up all night because I couldn't do anything. All right? I was taken and I couldn't do a thing. And I've been trying to feel the earth under us, and it's really far. It's like really far beneath us. So he's just an earthbender. We can just take him. It'll be nothing. He's by himself. We have all the pirates. Just
Che, I don't see how beating up Eiron is going to help Osa.
well, it'll make me feel better. But there's also the fact that he knows something about these spirits, right? He knows about Kavo. He knows about some sort of binding ritual, and he told you that he knew how to sever the bond between Osa and Hawashu. Let's just beat it out of him, and then we can decide what we want to do. It doesn't have to be us relying on some guy we know not to be trustworthy and know to be a liar and a cheat.
Fine. I'll let you listen to Eiron. I'll let you ask what questions you have. We can go to him together.
I am not letting you take Osa unconscious to this man.
We may have no other chance. If what you decide when you've
that's how
heard
it is.
Eiron, when you get your answers, Che, if what you decide is that it is best to sever our friend from this increasingly corrupted spirit to save his life, then we better have Osa there. And I will never forgive you if you stop that from happening. Because for all you know, as soon as we get into that cave and talk to Eiron, you will agree with me. I would love to be hopeful right now. But I'm not. I know one way out. And you can't close that off just because you think there's some other chance.
It's not about thinking. I have faith in Osa.
It's the same thing, Che.
No, it's not.
Now help me carry him there in case you change your mind. Or I'll carry him alone.
Rozek, what are you thinking?
I really can, in good conscience, just let you take the unconscious body of our friend to the man who's been tormenting us for the past year or so.
Then come with me and protect us.
Rozek thinks about it for a bit. I mean, we could just go with him, Che, and if we suspect anything, the first thought of that, just kill Eiron.
I'm not against that, but okay, fine. Ren, I have a stipulation. Is there some way we can wake up Osa quickly from this state?
I don't have an antidote, but we can slap him a lot and hydrate him. For the amount that I gave him, I think it would only take 20 minutes or so to wear off. And you've wasted about 4 of those.
I'm sorry. I lied. I was just buying time. Can I push my luck? This entire conversation, I've been pushing. Oh, actually, not push my luck. This is actually going to be. This was a victory. I finally get to use. I was talking about how I was reaching down to feel the earth. The entire conversation, I've been pulling very slowly actual stone up. I will cut off all of the exits to this room.
My name is Shane Lunch. So badass.
Yo!
That is very cool.
Deep in the earth.
All right.
So I have to mark fatigue and roll with passion for this was a victory. Oh shit. Okay, that is 12.
Okay.
Which means my work pays off, creating an opportunity for me and my allies at just the right time. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, all of
What
the
happens?
doors and windows, the whole whatever structure we're in.
Yeah,
I
there's a
assume it's
bunch
like
of
structure.
openings. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing just stone, like sheets of stone rise up and just enclose us.
Ren,
It's probably pretty loud. That one might be difficult for
Yeah.
Liko to sleep through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stone just shoots up, rattles the entire building. Ren, your exits are cut off.
Are there?
What do
Is
you
this?
do?
So I've been picturing a larger cavernous kind of shared area, but your Che is just cutting off the room that our party has been sleeping in. Correct? He's not
Correct. Yes.
trapping a bunch of pirates in this room
No,
with
no,
us
no.
or anything. Okay. Cool.
Just this room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I am confident that you would win if you fought us in this close quarters. But now you can't leave anyways. So
Ren is weeping. I don't know how much you can see that. Well, you can probably in Rozek's firelight.
Mm.
The tears on his face. And he slowly, gently puts down Osa's body. And he walks towards you for a hug.
Mm.
I will hug him.
Ren will chi block you, Che.
I was gonna say,
I
can
know.
you suspicious mind a hug?
I
Suspicious
knew he
hug!
was going to.
Suspicious hug!
Suspicious hug. Roll suspicious
Roll.
hug. Roll. I think it's a rely on your skills and training.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Here goes.
This is so tense.
I know.
Fail.
Succeed. Nothing's loading for me. Wait,
Yeah,
it's 7 seconds. Yep,
it's
it
an
is an
8.
8. It is an 8.
Yeah. So I don't know what Rosic does, but I think the potential consequence for rolling a weak hit on this is that unless you mark a fatigue, you leave yourself open to Rosic, whatever he wants to do.
Take that fatigue all day.
Okay. So you do this and quickly turn and spin around on Rosic. I would like to know what Rosic
Yeah.
does. Though.
At first,
Last chance, Rosic. You coming or staying?
Watching him like, ooh, fun hug, and then he's so quickly just like I imagine like it's still a little dark, you know, like this isn't a really bright flame. He sees like a bit of movement, like, and next thing you know, Che just on the ground.
Yep.
And he's like he's looking between Ren and Che, and he goes, "Okay, I'll go."
Okay.
Justin?
Melt through part of the cave.
All right. What do you do to stop this, Liko?
So I've been asleep for how long, and how much of my fatigue do I have left? Because I had all of them.
Yeah, it's a comfy enough place that all of you would not have fatigue.
Okay.
So yeah.
Jay is on the ground.
Yeah. How much can I
would like
move?
To...
Oh, sorry.
You
I'd
can
like to-
talk.
Yeah,
You
can talk.
you just can't, and you can like wiggle your body. You can try and like inchworm your way somewhere.
I am inchworming my way to Osa, just to be clear. Not that I necessarily get there. That's what I'm doing.
Liko.
I'd like to rely on my skills and training to bloodbend Ren. Not to the point of death, guys.
Oh,
Just
no, I
to-
understand. I know.
Stop.
Just to make sure you can't move.
But it's gonna be painful, but yeah, just.
Hey, it's nighttime. Is the moon out?
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't
so you're
matter.
even
We've done it in the daytime.
It's true, but you're actually
yeah.
even stronger at night.
Now
Yeah,
you're
You're
empowered.
even stronger at night.
but
So
the
yeah,
dice.
go ahead and rely on your skills and training. Let's see what happens.
We're the coolest kids in the Avatar universe.
Yeah, as we have
We
a stat. nerd.
tear each other apart.
Ren,
That's a
you
10.
I see. That's a 10. You spin around on Rosic, waiting to see what Rosic does. Will you have to also cheat block Rosic when all of a sudden you were just brought down to your knees? Pain just starts racking through your body as you see Liko sit up and hold her arms outstretched towards you.
Honestly, as soon as that happens, like, so Rose like looks at Che, sees he's on the ground, looks at Ren's like, make a decision. Liko wakes up, looks at Liko. She starts bloodbending. He looks at Ren, sees what's going on, and in a very similar fashion to when he knocked his father on the boat, he just does a spinning sidekick and tries to knock Ren out cold.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Liko. I wanted the tension. Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead and rely on your skills and training too.
Okay. Oh my god. I was gonna say I'm probably troubled, so that's gonna be a -2, but troubled's the only condition I don't have marked. So that's a 4 and a 6 plus
Okay.
2, so 12.
Ren, the pain of being bloodbent is momentary. And you felt it before too. Batok bloodbent you as well. You know exactly what Liko was doing. The pain is only momentary before a foot smacks you across the face and you just collapse down onto the ground.
Oh god, I'm so sorry, Ren. Oh, Liko, stop doing that.
So
What the
stop
heck
and-
just happened?
Is Chase still on the ground?
Yeah, I'm
Jake can
still
talk,
edging
though.
towards Osa.
Flop
Yeah,
and flop.
I'm doing. I just like, like inching forward with my jaw.
How long is it gonna take until he's normal again?
It'll
you
take
know-
some time. Yeah, it takes some time.
Oh,
You know
gosh.
what? You know what,
Oh,
Liko?
Wait.
Just bloodbend. Just
Wait, wait.
that'll probably wake up, my limbs and stuff.
So I'm trying to figure out like what is
Oh,
there
yeah,
anything
wait.
that like an IV or something, like water or whatever?
I mean,
I don't know.
bloodbending actually feels like a decent
It might work.
countering to chi
Yeah.
blocking. Yeah, sure.
Just, like,
That is a
increase the flow.
really radical thought experiment, but I'll
How about
entertain that.
scale?
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Are you
Make
sure?
sure.
Chi, blood. I mean, I have no
It
idea
hurt a
why.
It's
Is
I
she
look.
basically
We
gonna
don't.
force the blood back into the limbs that he chi blocked? Like, what's
You don't
Look.
lose blood
Yeah,
in
I
your
mean,
limbs when you get chi
can I-
blocked.
Yeah, can I
Look.
push my luck and try to like? No, never mind.
I
don't know.
look. Here's the thing. I think the immediate threat is sort of responded to. Right.
Yep.
Ren is
Right,
unconscious.
It doesn't need to be. Yeah.
So we don't need to make a roll for it. We can just we
Oh.
can do it, and we can establish now that bloodbending has not completely,
Yeah.
but has some way
I
of
feel like
helping to get rid of
I
chi
feel like
blocking.
in Korra they established pretty well that like bloodbending, chi blocking, and spirit bending all kind of
Yeah,
exist in this
energy
like,
bending.
really, and yeah,
Mhm.
all of
Yeah.
this like
Yeah, it's all in
Okay.
that same little circle there.
All right, then can I? Well, at this point, I don't think Liko would know that. So can I push my luck to see if I could just kind of like?
Chase straight up asked
Yeah.
for it, so yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
Actually, I why don't you push your luck? I like that. You're like not quite sure if there's something you can do. Why don't you
Jesus,
push your
while
luck?
break both of his arms.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Please don't do
Ah,
that.
be
Why is there
fine.
blood coming out of his
I
ears?
Not do that.
4. It's a mess.
Is that much blood supposed to be coming out of his ears?
Yeah. Normal amount of blood that usually comes out of Chase ears, right?
It just doesn't.
No, I will be kind of kind. The benefits of the night's rest has gotten rid of your fatigue. You've just like been bloodbending Ren, and you're not quite sure what to do with Che, so you reach your arm out towards him, and maybe some of that like latent bloodbending energy is a part of it. And Che, you can start to feel your limbs work again. And Liko, it is difficult to do, and you're not quite sure if it's difficult in the like emotional sense because it's Che. Because I don't think you've blood bent Che before. So I would like for you to mark up a fatigue.
Okay.
So Rozek's gonna like set Ren up against the wall
Thanks.
and feel his head, make sure there's not too big of a bump. And then he's gonna run over to Osa and just look at him and start blowing in his face and like sticking his fingers like in his ears and nose and like slapping him a little bit.
That's
Osa! Osa!
in his
I was like,
ears.
Like, why are you?
He like
Liko,
grabs
can
his
you
nose and wiggles
freeze
his face around a little bit.
Ren, please, like encase him in ice, at least like his limbs. Hello.
That was a request for you, Ro.
Oh wait,
yeah.
sorry. I thought you were
I
talking
said-
to.
No, I said. Well, at first I was like, Rosa, what are you doing? But then
Yeah.
I said, Liko, can you like freeze Ren to the ground, like at least like encase his limbs?
Okay, I'll try. So I put my hand onto the ground, and then I want to try to do this. I'm gonna obviously rely on my skills and training. I've done this before.
Yeah, I don't think there's actually again a whole lot of like consequences. So I'm fine with you
Okay,
just
so-
doing it.
Okay, yeah.
fine with
Then
you
I'll
just
just put
doing
my hand on the ground, and then there'll just be like a little trail of ice that ends up towards Ren, and we freeze him.
Okay, cool.
This is really not what I want to
I like throw myself into like a seated position. Like, okay, everyone's here. Everyone's okay.
Do you think the pirates heard any of that?
I don't know. Whatever. Rosa, please get Osa up.
Okay, I'll keep trying. Osa!
What do you... Just slap him awake. What do you...
Oh, okay. You just start slapping him
No,
over
I didn't mean
and
like
over
full
again.
power.
Oh.
Poor Osa.
Yeah, probably after still what feels like too long, Osa's eyes like start to flutter
Yeah.
open. What? Why? Ren, why?
Ren's still out.
Yeah, no,
I'll let the others explain.
Yeah. Ren's gonna pretend to be asleep until this is explained at the very least. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't blame Ren too much. He was promised a way to save you.
What? From what?
From Haku. Wait, what is his name? The evil one.
Hawashu?
Kavo.
God, he's not going to be a problem.
Right, because Kavo is corrupting Hawashu, and you're connected to Hawashu. So Ren was like, "Oh, just cut off Hawashu."
Supposedly, Eiron gave him
Oh,
away.
yeah, Eiron.
Right. Eiron's here.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, he's here.
I was up, so I caught that whole conversation.
We need to stop him.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do. Nico's still kind of recovering. I can barely move, and Ren is now unconscious because we had to knock him out.
Honestly, I feel fine.
Yeah, but Rosa, I don't think it's the time for you to take on Eiron by yourself. Like he's definitely weaker here without Earth immediately accessible, but like he's still a seasoned vet.
I'm kind of weaker here too. It's really cold.
Yeah, there's also that, and it's night, so it's really just not a good time for you.
But I don't know if we'll have a better opportunity than this.
Okay, can someone like give me a cup of coffee or something? Actually, no, we can't leave this room because I sealed it off and I'm the only one who can pull the walls down. So I don't know.
Oh,
Most of it's made of ice, so Rosa could burn a hole.
Or
Oh,
Liko
yeah.
could just bend and open.
Or Liko could just bend an opening,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
depending on Liko's state. Which I know that in game you gave her all the fatigue recovery, but like
Mm-hmm.
she was just like near death yesterday.
She
so.
still has flavor fatigue.
Flavor fatigue. Yeah.
Flavor fatigue.
What flavor is the fatigue?
Cold.
Cold. It's like a Gatorade flavor.
It's the light blue.
Yeah, flavor
Gatorade.
fatigue in this case.
Electric ice.
Electric ice. Che,
5 gum.
how are
Anyways,
your
what?
limbs feeling?
I just like flop it up and then slaps down onto my leg. about that. Well,
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
tried to give you a thumbs up to be clear. Didn't.
This is insane. I literally just woke up, guys. What's going? Wow, my God.
Did all of you stop Ren?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was trying to talk him down, and he was pretty adamant. So the whole time you see, we're kind of sealed in stone here, and I had to pull that up from pretty far away.
That's super cool.
Thanks, dude.
I think this is my.
What?
I mean, I know this is my fault. I told him I loved him last night.
That's good.
I thought it was, but I think I gave him hope that things can be that can't be.
I don't think you gave him that. I think he's been holding on to that for a while. You should have heard the things he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
He's quite convinced you living out your destiny with Hawashu is the same thing as you dying.
This is all Eiron's fault.
Yeah,
It's
probably.
not your fault, Osa.
what do we do now?
I got nothing.
I
Uh,
need to
J-
stop. Go ahead, Liko.
Justin. Can
Yes.
I?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Monroe.
To the mighty God, Justin.
I wasn't talking to you, Osa. I was talking to God.
Yeah, 1 second. Excuse me. I need a moment.
Rude. I was praying.
It's been a while since we've talked.
Oh no.
I know we only talked during Super Bowl, but I need you right now.
Oh, God.
Can I attempt to lower one of these sheets of is it rock or ice?
It's
that's,
kind of a
blocking my-
combination of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
can I
Shay
like
raised
try?
rock, but there's ice. Yeah.
Can I try to at least remove one of these sheets of rock that's blocking an exit?
Yeah. I think you can.
Okay, so should I push my
You don't
luck?
need to roll. No, you don't need to roll.
Oh, cool.
There's more than enough ice around that you could just kind of push it out of the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I guess I'm able to do that with just one exit.
You could take them all down. You know, it would take a minute or two, but you could.
Okay, cool. I'll
Yeah.
take all of them down, Justin. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you. I'll talk to you more than just a Super Bowl.
Oh, I'll be waiting.
Hey, wait,
I'll
wait.
check in.
While we have the open dialogue with God, I had guilty marked. Would letting Ren? I knew he was going to chi block me, but I wanted to give him the chance. Does that count as making a personal sacrifice to absolve my guilt? Because guilty about turning on him, lying to him.
A personal sacrifice. You're saying the personal sacrifice is you letting him chi block you?
Yeah. I'm chi blocked. I got noodle arms.
That seems so like I let him do that.
It's
He went for the hug, and I had said that I went into it knowing
Oh,
that he was
yeah,
going to chi
yeah.
block me.
I could see why the argument for it being a sacrifice could be made because he did it in like defense of Osa and trying to stop Ren from doing all the stuff that he was doing and all of that. Like when you factor it all in together, I can see the argument.
I
If you
can
wanna say
see
no,
the
just say no.
argument
Just say
as
no.
well. I think I'm gonna say no. I see the argument and it does not convince me.
That's fair.
Hey, while God's still on the phone, would you
Yes.
consider forcing a foot into a friend's face the same as lashing out at them?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, cool. I'm not angry anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you got that out, Rosic.
That's actually the only reason I did that. I was like, oh, that's the perfect.
Oh, good for you. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, while we're also on the thing, I also had guilty marked.
Oh my god.
And since I sacrificed myself outside to, save
Yes,
Shay.
100%.
should
Yes.
count for sure.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
That definitely counts as a personal sacrifice.
Okay, cool. Almost
Absolutely.
died. All right, now we're good.
Okay.
Anyone else want to talk to God real quick?
No. All right, God, you can scoot. All right.
Fucking scoop.
All right. See you guys. I got stuff to do.
Guys, I know how to save Huashu and fix all this stuff, I think. I need to stop Eiron and I need to stop Cavo. And I mean, stopping one isn't enough. We have to stop both. But if Eiron's weak, South Pole, shouldn't we take the chance while we have him here?
That's true, but also we're kind of weaker right now.
But there is more of us.
True. All right, give me a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna I just start rocking back and forth, trying to wake up my arms.
Do you think
and legs.
do you think If I tried warming your arms up a bit, that might help.
Yeah. Go for
Osa
that.
comes
Alright.
over and starts like massaging your arms too. Like there's like a specific way that he like when Ren was learning how to chi block, like we helped
Yeah.
him like massage his muscles
Yeah.
back into
Yep.
working and stuff.
And Rose like is like coating his hand in like a light flame and just like keeping them near his arms and just like
And
So
it
after
does.
like an hour of physical therapy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we suggest that
You'll have to-
Ren sort of comes to around the same time that the chi blocking
Sure.
effects wear off? Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
For expediency.
Ren feels like he got hit by a ton of bricks.
Because you did.
good.
What happened?
Ren, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so cold.
That's the thing I do sometimes.
Ugh.
Well, not the cold thing.
Oh no, that was legal.
Okay, Osa's awake now. Are you gonna chill out? Pun intended.
Ugh. I mean, I know it's over. So, what else can I do?
You can come with us to go fight Eiron.
I
Fine.
know where he is, Ren.
Yeah. He gave me a bit of instructions. Do we want a pirate army?
I mean,
I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh. Okay. Why?
I love the launchers right now. Oh.
Because if Eiron could get Ren to turn on us, what's stopping him from turning on pirate army?
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's a good.
He
point.
didn't use mind tricks, Osa. He just told me how to save you.
Ren,
The pirates aren't going to care how
Osa.
to save you,
Osa steps over and puts a hand on your shoulder.
which is partly covered in ice.
It's okay. What you did, I don't care what your motivation was. What you did was a betrayal.
Sorry.
bless.
Thank God, just sneezed.
Sorry.
Close that
Sorry.
door.
It's spring. I have allergies. I'm not perfect.
Ren, what you did was a betrayal.
Ren looks down. You can see it that way if you want.
I do see it that way. I can't see it another way. I told you that I loved you and you betrayed me, Ren.
And I told you that if I was given another way, I would take it.
You can help me stop Eiron. Meet my destiny. We can figure things out from there. Or we can part ways here. It's up to you.
I'm not going anywhere. Let's fight him.
Okay.
Okay, but if you chi block me again, I'm going to launch you into the ceiling.
No, you're not.
I
And Niko
like when I
tries
get
to,
it back.
rub his arms to get him.
Okay, if you chi block me again, technically I won't be able to do anything to you for like several hours. But after that, I'm gonna get you back.
After those hours, you
You're
just
done.
watch it.
Also, I'm bringing these rocks with me, and I lift them up. The rocks I pulled up to block the doors.
Niko, it's really cold.
Hmm.
Can I be let out now?
Mm,
Oh God, Ligo.
yeah. Can I undo the whatever his eyes?
Yes.
The freezing.
Yes.
As we're getting ready to go, Jay, you still have your crystals, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea to also bring rocks to Eiron?
Oh, fine. It's gonna turn into like magma or something. He can't bend that.
I guess we don't know that. But
Fine. All right, crystals only.
Where is he, Ren?
Ren unfurls the note that Eiron gave him and shows it in front of the group under Rozik's torchlight.
It's like a cave, maybe 15, 20 minutes from here.
Well, Osa's got an air scooter. We've got a Roo, so we could fly over there. How is
Does
Roo
the-
actually, Justin?
It's okay now.
Okay, good.
Okay, I think we should get the drop on this guy because he's always been several steps ahead of us. So let's be a step ahead of him for once, okay? I think, Ren, you should perform, and specifically perform the part you originally intended. You carry Osa into there. Osa, you pretend to be unconscious. We fly in with Rue, under the cover of night. He's not going to see us. And then, yeah, we just corner him.
I was going to suggest that.
That way, he might also tell you whatever you wanted to hear. And he's probably going to reveal that he was lying to you the entire time.
What did he tell you, Ren?
That he can use the binding ritual to sever as well. That freeing you from Hawashu would guarantee that you were free of Kavo's corruption and that you'd be safe.
I actually had a question about that whole idea. And I don't know if either of you know the answer to this or any of us could even know. But you were dead, Osa, right? Like, if you sever your connection to Hawashu, wouldn't you just be dead again?
I think maybe that's why I've been pretty frustrated with this line of thought from Ren. But I don't know.
Ren's jaw hangs open.
He's like, I never considered that. Huh.
It isn't usually so quick as it was with me.
What's that?
So
Sorry.
I don't. Rebirth doesn't usually happen as quickly as it did with me.
It also usually entails, like, a new body, like a different life.
Well, this is a different body, but yeah, like starting over from scratch.
Right, that's
not
what
just
I meant,
waking up
yeah.
on a beach.
In the spirit world, right? Or just, no, that was on our
No, I woke up in the Fire Nation.
Man, you made a long
Yeah,
way.
it was a while ago. We talked about it last, but
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know what happens. This connection gets severed, but I don't want to find out either.
A car drives past the cave that you're in.
It was a
wait.
motorcycle.
Look at
It's
that.
getting warmer out. I'm sorry.
Let's just take that Altima.
Oh,
So,
so quick.
All right.
So-
Well, yeah, Ren happily, starts stepping out of the cave. Not happily, but, this is the plan.
As everybody else leaves, Che will turn to Liko. You're sure you're okay to go?
No. But what else am I gonna do?
You can stay back.
I didn't mean that. I mean, of course I have choices, but I mean, what else am I gonna do? This guy, I have questions too, and I also want to help. And if I stay back, yeah, okay, you're right. What am I gonna do? Just sit here?
I guess
you
that would
just
be
sit
what you
here?
would have. No, but I need to make sure.
Could any of us just sit there?
No, that's the problem.
That's the problem with this
That's
group.
the story. That's where it happens.
Kisses Che on the cheek and says, "Well, thanks anyway for checking."
Of course.
Yeah.
Che will
And we
grab
walk-
your hand and walk out with you.
I would like to suggest that Liko's kiss has the same effects on Che as chi blocking.
Just-
Heart pumping.
it's like,
Oh my
it's
god.
All
like
of a
when
sudden
you
he
drop
has,
like a
like,
physics
full-
dummy and they just
The Rolex had to kick
noodle
Liko
down.
in the head too. God.
as we are all walking out in that, I want to take a moment and kind of pull Rozak aside. And I reach into my robe and I pull out this stack of parchment. There's like, it looks like 7 or 8 letters that I've written. And Rozak, I this is gonna go, but I've written these letters to everyone, and if I don't make it at any point, whether it's today or another day, I want you to give these to everybody, okay?
Rozak takes the letters, sort of like doesn't look like read them, but he looks at the pile of letters. He puts them in his pocket, and then he sort of grabs Osa's hand, like maybe like a little dap up, and he's like, "I'll do that for you, brother, but let's hope you can just tell us what you need to say yourself, yeah?"
Yeah. Thank you, Rozak. All right, let's go get this guy.
Let's go kill an ex-mayor.
You travel through the icy tundra, and eventually you see in the distance what has to be the cave that Eiron is in. So the plan, right, is for Osa to pretend to be unconscious, for Ren to bring him in, maybe get some information, have a scone, and then the 3 of you will surprise him. Yes?
Yeah, when we get there, it's like another like ice mountain essentially.
Totally.
So yeah, Jay will like describe like what it's like to like feel through like the earth, because it's essentially the ice version of that, and to Liko and try to like help her like pinpoint wherever they would be under us, but we'll be on the mountain ready to drop in.
Okay. I gotcha. So it's like earth sense, but ice sense.
More
Ice
general,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't have earth sense either, but just being able to
you'd feel like the
general
cavern.
shape
Yeah.
of- yeah.
Yeah. I gotcha. Okay. I think then we open on Ren and Osa. If you guys want to have a conversation before you begin this, otherwise you can be at excuse me, at the entrance to the cave.
Yeah, I don't think Osa has much to say to Ren right now. But
Yeah, I'm Ren neither.
Yeah.
I guess we walk into the mouth of the cave. Wow. Let's get
And
this over with.
it is dark and cool. And in the back, you see a faint flicker of light.
I hoist Osa towards the light.
And when you
I'm limp.
and you are limp. When you walk in, you see a Ren. You see it. If Osa had his eyes open, he would see what he saw in his vision, which is a circle. It's a giant cavern with a circle, and on each of the cardinal directions is those pillars with an element in each one. And standing in the middle is Eiron. And he will go, that took you a bit longer than I thought it would.
It was a bit harder than I thought it would be.
Is this going to be a problem?
I got him here, didn't I?
Why don't you trick?
Okay.
There had to be a trick
my
somewhere
face
in
looks
here, right?
probably exhausted and like tearful, which is all appropriate to me.
Yeah.
Even if I
yeah.
were successfully filling out this mission. But yeah, let's take a look at trick with creativity, not my strong suit. 7.
Okay. It is still a 7. I believe you get
choose
to
one.
pick 1, correct.
I mean, I want him to be deceived for some time, so I'll choose that.
Okay. I had a feeling that's what you would choose. As usually, that is one of the options people choose.
It's like the cleanest
It's the point
option
of-
when you have a tight
is,
plan like
right?
this. It's like I just want him deceived.
Please.
Let him overcommit.
Please believe me.
Yeah,
Please believe me.
commit or act foolishly are like the best go-tos.
Yeah. He'll ponder it for a second. Huh. All right. Makes sense. Put him in the center of the circle, and we can begin.
Okay. Ren drags Osa over there.
Mhm.
And Justin, you said there are actual pillars in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And the pillars seem to be made of stone. Or are they made of ice?
They are made of, I have to make a decision right now, ice.
Okay. Again.
Swan softball.
Very well. Now, I want to suggest, and you can just tell me if this is not fair play, Justin, that the arc of my movement of pulling Osa along towards this circle brings him right in front of Eiron.
Okay.
So that there's a brief window where, as I'm pulling Osa by the arms, Osa would be essentially facing Eiron. You'd be right next to him.
Oh, okay.
So while there's a window of opportunity if you wanted to take it.
Sure. If you wanted to take it. Okay.
Perfect. I wanted something like that.
Okay.
So that's amazing. So when Ren gets me into that sort of up close position, I lunge for Eiron.
Yeah.
And I grab him and I use the wind to lift him up, and then I want to slam him down in the middle of the circle.
Okay.
And I want to try to pair that with a chi block once he's slammed to the ground. Like I want to chi block Eiron wherever I can.
Yeah. And
okay. All right.
That's the combo.
Else, but I don't know if you want a roll between.
There's got to be a roll in there somewhere. Let's see what happens with Osa getting the jump on Eiron first, and then we can get to the chi blocking should it become appropriate. You are pushing your luck, yes?
Pushing my luck? Yes. Okay. The spirits have favored me greatly. That's an 11.
That's great.
Then I think the boldness, the extra opportunity is that it gives Ren an opening to chi block him. I mean, that's it right there. So Osa, you wake up and lunge at him and then slam him up into the cavern of the roof with a gust of air. And as he comes down, Ren, as he's trying to get up to respond, he's like, "What? You have a moment to come up there and chi block him."
Okay. Do I have to roll separately for my chi?
I think absolutely yes. I would like for you to rely on
high
your skills
stakes.
and training.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Yes, 9.
Okay.
I was about to say, if you don't chi block him after you chi block me,
I know. What a
Still
fail.
on our side, guys.
He's pulling his punches.
Yeah, it's the ice is a little bit more slippery than you thought it would be. So if you the consequence is that you might find yourself open to his response before at the same time he's getting chi blocked. Otherwise, you can mark fatigue to kind of right yourself as you're doing that.
Oh yeah, take the fatigue.
Yeah, mark that fatigue.
All right.
And you his limbs go limp. His limbs go limp. And for the moment, he is chi blocked. He kind of falters and falls onto Osa. He's like, oh, you kids. Good trick. Good play.
And then the
Osa-
three of us crash through the ceiling. Let's go! It's just over.
The wind in the cavern just starts whipping around like
Yeah.
violently, and Osa is holding Eiron by the shirt, like holding him up, and the wind, it's like a hurricane in here.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I think wherever you guys are standing, you might get like pushed back a few inches, if not feet, like. And from Eiron's perspective, Osa's eyes start glowing like a deep red, and what looks like fire starts them, and then fiery wings start coming out from Osa's back, and you are nothing more than a deceiver. You are a frail old man who wants power for himself, not to help those he claims to want to serve. And you are nothing. You will never accomplish what you want. And I will do anything I need to stop you. I'm going to mark my last Destiny track to use my
your spirit form or whatever it
tremble
is.
before me. Yeah.
Tremble before you.
Yeah.
You intimidate as if you rolled a 10 plus, correct?
And so he cannot run to escape or get back up, nor can he attack.
You get to pick 2?
Yep.
Oh wow. Dang. Really?
When
I
you
believe so.
wow
Is
the
that maybe a
GM,
part of
Let me reread it. It might have been a misread on my part.
no, normally you get to pick 1.
No, you're right. So
yeah, okay.
Then I'm gonna say he can't escape
Okay, he can't run to escape or get back up.
Okay.
And his fear and mistrust of me knows no bounds.
Whew.
Oh, then I think at that point he smiles. Oh, you are exquisite. You are exactly what I've been looking for, Osa. That power. Raw. Let it in. Put your faith in Hwashu.
Justin, I'd like to assess the situation.
Oh, please. What are you doing to assess the situation?
I am
This
looking
response is a
around.
little odd to me.
I'm looking around to see where the ritual requirements are.
Yeah.
And if I
go
don't see
ahead
them
and-
anywhere, then,
Go
here's
ahead
the
and
roll.
roll assess situation. Yeah.
Oh, miss. It's a 4. Very well. I don't
That's
see
fine.
anything here. Looks good to me.
Well, you're not necessarily. Here's what I'll tell you. You do not see the things on the list that you had.
Mm-hmm.
And Eiron sees you looking around and goes, "Oh, you must be looking for the items on the list, yes?
Where are they?
You won't find them here. The binding ritual is more taxing on the spirit than the unbinding ritual. It's far easier to sever than it is to connect. You need just not mundane, but a touch point of each element for the unbinding ritual.
So you don't have everything on you.
Oh, for the binding part, no. I have enough to unbind Osa, for sure.
Did we need to learn anything else from this guy?
Are there still like hurricane winds like filling this room?
Yeah,
I
Osa
mean,
hasn't
I
let
think so.
anything up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to.
Okay, so Che will walk up closer to you guys
Yeah,
and be
to
like,
Che-
do we need anything else from this guy?
Yeah, to Che's question, Ren will turn and say, ask if you have any questions of him. Otherwise, no.
Che will walk up to him, and he's still like a little loose. Or are you still holding him, Osa? And Che, can I? Do you mind if I
Just pass him to Che.
The wind starts to let up, and I like kind of like pass him over.
So yeah, you like kind of lean him over.
Mhm.
Che just like almost clotheslines him, grabs his his hand around the dude's throat, slams him into the wall, and is holding him above. And he's like, "What do you want with Liko?" And like, if he tries to say something, he's like, I'm choking him out. So he will choke at first, and then I will like relent somewhat.
Thank you.
I hate this guy so much.
Surprised it took you so long to figure out. Liko, it's good to see you again.
I roll my eyes.
A chuckle. I'm sure, no doubt, you've now realized that you have a very powerful bloodbender in your midst.
Yeah.
No?
Ren shrugs.
For some time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all there.
And yet you still couldn't put the pieces together. Batok, the Tesoro ruins, my interest in Liko, her abilities. Keep up, Che.
Are you talking about that stupid hilt?
You'll find, Liko, if you reach your senses out, that it is filled with a special type of blood.
Oh, gross.
Oh.
One that any accomplished bloodbender would be able to connect with. But it's Liko's family's abilities that make it much easier for her. And so, obviously, I thought if I could convince Liko to help, or get her to help in some other way, I'd be able to accomplish my plans. I obviously, though, have a backup plan as well. And it is at this moment that the miss that Ren just had will fully come to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
As the five of you feel a racking pain in your body. You see now that while he was chi blocked for but a moment, his blood bending has allowed him to recover.
His what?
Doesn't I'd like to counter that by also blood bending him.
Ha! You've activated my bloodbending trap card.
So whose bloodbending will go first on the stack?
Yeah. Well, let's do this. I think it'll take you a moment, right? He kind of gets the drop on you. So the Osa and Che, the wind stops and your grip on him loosens as the five of you fall down to your knees. He's like walking around the five of you now. Could have been so simple. Why? The five of you are always making the poorest decisions. Tell me honestly, and he'll stop enough of the blood bending to allow you to like talk. Still keeping you in place. Do you honestly trust Pangole?
Oh,
Has
I
he
totally
done
forgot about Pendole, if I'm being honest.
anything with the White Lotus? Have the White Lotus ever shown you any competency at all? Have they stopped the Fire Nation from decimating an entire people and wanting to do that here, wanting to do that in the Earth Kingdom? What have they actually stopped?
Oh man. How's it be? What's it like to be a kettle, you know? Or a pot? Whatever. What have you done? You've brought a corrupting influence to this world. You almost destroyed the spirit of knowledge and cut off humanity from that spirit forever. You're quick to judge, but you haven't brought any value to our society either. And I'm not out here sticking my neck. I'm not sticking my neck out here for the White Lotus. All right. They're useless. They're valueless. They're a bunch of losers. You ain't any better.
I would expect that from one of the launchers. Perhaps it's time to demonstrate the type of equalization I am seeking. And he has a backpack. He's had a backpack on. Backpack. And he kind of pulls it off of his back, loosens the top, and pulls out a creature that some of you may have read about. It's not a lot of books or knowledge written on this thing at all. But for those who would know, it is a lion turtle. Still in its infancy. And he holds out its claw and starts walking towards Che. And I think it is at this moment that Liko can bloodbend and try and stop him.
Please.
Well, then at this moment, I tried to bloodbend the lion turtle instead.
Oh! All right. Push your luck. No actual animals were harmed in this.
7.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going against, I think, my principles.
Yeah, that too. Oof.
I got a 7, by the way.
There was also, because you mentioned that he like sort of calmed his bloodbending to give us time to talk as well, right?
Mm-hmm. At least enough to respond, right?
Yeah, because I was saying like, so that entire time, that entire conversation that Che was having with him, and I was thinking during that Rose like would probably try to meditate and focus on his breath.
Okay.
I also have a question, like, because he's actively bloodbending and doing other stuff simultaneously.
Like walking around with
Sure.
a lion turtle. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy is. There's never
the
been a bender,
charts.
not even the Avatar, who's as powerful. as
It's fair.
Bro's been training.
It's for the scene. Well, then-
the scene.
Then fine. How about?
we have already.
No, Justin, you don't need to adjust anything. You can be as powerful as whatever.
It's easy enough. It's easy enough. He when he takes out the lion turtle, that is when he lets his blood bending down enough on Liko for her to respond. Okay?
So ebb and flow. Gotcha.
Yeah, ebb and flow. A 7 on a push your luck, which means you do it, but there is a consequence.
I swear to God, Justin.
Well, can anyone help?
I don't know how to make blood bending.
With a blood
Can
bend
It
action?
depends.
help.
Is
think-
Eiron distracted enough for of us to do something, essentially,
Yeah.
by Liko's move?
Tell me what it is, potentially.
When I slammed him into the wall, I bent some of my crystals down his shirt in a,
Okay.
this was a victory type move. And,
Well, It is a 7, so be 2 people would need to find some way to help.
I think I
3,
have a way
actually.
to help as well.
The launchers.
I think I have one too.
Oh, sir.
This is a pivotal moment.
Work.
The 4
I
elements.
will I will let you all. There's still going to be a consequence. There's just going to be another opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll activate. I will activate. Like I will grow the crystals across like the back of his torso and
Yeah.
and start encasing him.
Okay.
At the same time, as he is stepping towards Che, he's prepared to step on. There's the way that you walk on ice when you're being careful, and so he's
Yeah.
unprepared for as Osa lifts some wind under his foot to try and throw his balance off.
Okay. Rosa.
Rosa just starts breathing fire straight at his face.
That's true. Yeah. You can talk. You can talk. You can.
If I
you
can
breathe
talk, I can
fire.
breathe.
Totally.
So-
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't
Yeah,
all
our
3 of
mouths
you
are the
mark
only
your
thing-
fatigue?
We all have to work fatigue.
Blow it.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Oh,
All
what
3
a
of you mark your
combo.
fatigue. As
Wind
you
beneath,
all
fire above, crystals from within, and
Attempt
Liko bloodbending the turtle.
to stop this. I have to think of a lucky opportunity now, as that brings it up to a 10 plus.
He dies.
Well,
Yeah, my intention is not to kill the lion turtle, by the way.
I
It's just
understand.
to-
I understand. Yeah. I
I feel like I
understand.
have to make it clear because everyone thinks I'm going straight for a kill now.
No,
just need to,
I get it. I knew where
This
you're
is
headed.
We're-
season
we're-
2, Liko.
We're on the same
Yeah.
page. We're all
Yeah.
But just in case they're like viewers or listeners.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's a good thing to make sure of. Liko, let me ask you, what is your intent with bloodbending this lion turtle?
He obviously values this lion turtle to the point where he not only brought it with him, but is
Yeah.
also showing it to everybody and is using it as kind of not leverage, but just as
Wears it
evidence.
everywhere and a baby balloon.
And we have heard about this because I remember when Ren was first writing his play, we heard about this lion turtle. I remember.
Yes.
So it's just to threaten something that he cares about. Maybe not
Okay.
emotionally, but he cares about it for his own benefit. So
That distracts him enough for the 3 of you to do your moves. I think the consequence is that he kind of throws this lion turtle forward.
Baby.
And its little infant claws touch Che on the forehead.
Like, no.
What's gonna happen to me?
No.
And you see Che lift his head up as a green light shoots out of his eyes and his mouth. And then Che slumps down.
Oh no.
Are we still being blood bent?
You are no longer being blood bent
No.
because Eiron is captured.
Well, then Rozak, as Liko is bloodbending Eiron, Rozak will run over to Che. Hey, bro? Hello? Eiron, what the heck did you just do? Hello?
So Liko sees Chi on the ground, automatically takes responsibility in her head for it, but is going to push this towards Eiron, her hatred.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
Yes, give in to the anger.
Let
Liko-
fate
yeah,
flow through
Liko's
you. Sorry.
pissed.
Yeah.
She's pissed. So I want to put every might I have to pull every drain of blood, like every speck of blood out of his body, Eiron's body. Just to be clear, this is like a pure reaction. Okay, by the way, this isn't like
Yeah.
coming from
Yep.
the depths of Liko's heart.
This is your best
Yeah.
self, Liko.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is just
Yes, I understand.
It's gonna
And
be off screen.
This is how we
why
start.
don't why don't
I could push my luck.
yes,
that?
please push your
Yeah.
luck. Please push your luck. Yeah.
10.
Okay. So a few things are gonna happen. And this entire time too, I'm like, oh, this has gotta mean his destiny. Eiron stares at you for a moment with wild eyes, Liko. And then his eyes narrow as he looks at you. And I don't know, like it seemed like most of the crystals are on his back, so he can still kind of talk. He goes, let the darkness in, and then slumps unconscious down at your feet. And you don't have too long to respond before a blinding, fiery light overtakes this entire cavern. Ren, you're looking around, trying to figure out what's happening. What do you see? And where Osa was standing, for a moment, it looks like there is the figure of a giant flaming bird. And when the light dissipates, Osa is not there.
He's just gone.
And he is just gone. And we will see you next week.
Rozak woke up like an hour ago, man.
So did Liko. You don't see her complaining. Just kidding.
Rozak's weaker than Liko, okay? I think we can all admit that.
I get it. I get it.
We
though.
know
You
We know
got
this.
a point.
It is established canon.
This is like our life, though. Every time we wake up, something bad happens.
Mhm.
That's
stop
true.
sleeping.
That's
There you go.
yeah.
That's the answer.
At that's-
Nobody's
at that
sleep.
point, just stop sleeping, you know.
Or just stop waking up. I mean, that's
Just-
the other
yeah.
side of the coin.
That's what Liko was basically doing at first.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I knew Osa meeting his destiny was going to be wild. I did not expect it to be this wild. thank you so much for listening to this. If you like what we're doing and you're interested in supporting the show directly, we do have a Patreon. That is one of the best ways to help support the show, helps us keep going with this, helps us to pay for unseen costs like Monroe's new company laptop that we had to get so we could start streaming. We would not have been able to do that without the support of our patrons, and we are so thankful that we're here and able to stream live. So thank you for that. If you also want to support us, leaving us a review on whatever your podcatcher of choice is another great way to push that in front of new people. And we're going to start putting clips on TikTok. So check out our TikTok and like and share those clips as well too. Cool. Well, thank you all so much for another wonderful episode. You're all amazing. I am appreciative of all of you, and we hope you enjoyed exploring the Four Nations with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
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 See ya.
Bye.
Bye.